This is Kate, and today we're at the Smith Tower.
The Smith Tower is Seattle's original skyscraper, and when it was built in 1914, it was the tallest building west of the Mississippi.
As you can imagine, with all that history, there's a ton to see at Smith Tower. They've completely renovated the guest experience, so you can go in, learn about the story of the Smith Tower, and head upstairs to check out the observation deck.
We were supposed to put these on for the full Smith Tower experience, right?
I don't think so. How old are these elevators?
It is 103 years old. It is a 1914 Otis traction elevator. That means it's not hydraulic, so you definitely feel when we're going to stop and when we start on the way down.
Okay, we're here with Bill, who's the operations manager at Smith Tower. And first of all, he made us these lovely drinks, so thank you.
Absolutely.
And second of all, we want to know about the history and the story of Smith Tower.
Smith Tower has a ton of history. It is Seattle's original skyscraper. It's in Seattle's original neighborhood. It has Seattle's original observation deck and best observation deck, best view in town.
You're not biased, right?
Not at all. I've been to the mall. We're just the best. It was the center of Prohibition in Seattle. Seattle actually kicked into Prohibition before the rest of the country.
Oh.
There was a kind of a purist movement that was going on at the time, and a local police lieutenant named Roy Olmsted, called Big Boy Roy, ran a bootlegging ring out of this tower. He and his wife ran it. He was, like I said, he was a police lieutenant. He was privy to when all the raids would happen, when the different patrols were going around. And the legend is that his wife, who ran a radio program out of the tower, also here, would send coded messages to the other bootleggers, let them know when the raids were coming, when to avoid things. He was a nice guy. Didn't want anybody to get hurt. He was actually a good bootlegger.
So the Smith Tower visitor experience is new, right?
We've been open just about a year. We came in with the idea that we really wanted to share the Smith Tower and its history with Seattle and with anybody that comes to Seattle. It stood as the iconic landmark in Seattle for 50 years. It was the tallest building on the West Coast for 50 years. A lot of people don't know that. Being able to come in and see that, see its links to Seattle's history, Prohibition, different mayors that have been through here, seen different things, letting them come in, buy a ticket, come through, see a back office, see what things used to look like, a graffiti wall, come up to the second floor, get to play with an old school switchboard, listen into conversations, ride a 103-year-old elevator up to the top. It's an experience that you can't get anywhere else.
Thank you so much, Bill, for having us up here, for the great cocktails. I think we're gonna go outside and check out the observation deck. I actually really like this view. It's totally different than a lot of the other observation decks in Seattle.
Well, you get to look down the streets like you're right in the city.